Hello YouTube, if you're watching this. This is all about me being able to just run through this seed and give people a, whoa, that's not good, example seed to go through. Let me bring up a notepad to take my notes down. Good enough. Lanky Tiny, grape, pineapple, and vines. Fascinating. Well, starting with vines, let's remove that. Nothing else is really removed. So, pull out my timer. Pull that down. All right. Let's get this going. We're gonna give it our best efforts. So we're gonna lock in here. I'm gonna try and talk through it about everything because people want more examples of this. So 3, 2, 1. Hold on. I just want to make sure something was wrong. Okay, that's fine now. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. So, that's Diddy Kong in the cage. Holy, okay. Looking for Feather to free Diddy. DFB cage. Let's pull a hint from over here in level 2. Of course, it's the diving one. We'll do the save quick once we kill this guy and go out. We can't leave through here again because we don't have diving. BT2. I really thought that was going to be friggin' Featherbow for a second there. Mills key 2. So that means Forest is level 1. I'll go over here. Ooh, good song. Do this. Just a casual reminder, when you do your Isles clears, it's very important to be able to do all the things. So with Grape there, we have everything to do. There are 8 points on Isles still, and we're not seeing a whole lot of them. I think we peek this and see if there's a coin or an item. It's a banana. So we're gonna go to the back of Isles and with our vines and see if we can't pick up the items there. There's a good chance that with 8 points on Isles, for anyone watching who's new, every point is 1 item. There's a good chance that what that means is we are in a world where the shop, each point is 1 major item in that location. So on this game here, Japes has 0 points and Isles has 9 to start, but it's 8 overall now. And now 7, because there's a key there. You can see that went down from a major item. Major items are keys, kongs, and potions, and the beat. Potions being all the moves you can get. Because of this, it means there's probably at least 1 item on that shop there that we can't purchase. But the hope is that there's items back here that we might be able to use That being M-Port, we always need that move, and it redraws us towards a fairy at the top of Krem. So probably gonna go do that. What's back here? Okay, there is a key on the shop. I put points down to 5. Ports off the list now. That's always good to have. I don't know what key's back there. Yeah, which is fine. I'll start training around here. Yeah, we always need that. So the thing about those Way of the Horde hints there is that it only tells us we need it. Getting a hint that says Monkey Port Way of the Horde, in these settings you always need Monkey Port to go up to Helm, so it's not a particularly unique hint. We're gonna have to do everything in this level anyway. And Key2's over here in Mill somewhere. It's probably on one of the crates or the dirt. But it could be something very strange. Depending on how things go. I mean, you could find, like, homing ammo randomly somewhere, and it could just be on the shooting game up here. So we are gonna have to do the shooting game, because it could be just anywhere, right? So... Also, because we're low on money, we're going to head inside here when we touch the one warp, because it's going to give us 3 coins for each of these Kongs. It's just a routing outcome. It's a good song, sadly wasted on a rather short area. That's the key right there. So that's just key 2. This does make the homing locked thing up there a little bit less appealing. But because we have Lanky and Grape anyway, and we're 1 move away from it being in Logic, it's honestly probably fine to do. On top of that, it also helps us road in Lanky's Metal, which is pretty ideal. Because we're going to be going to Owl Tree anyway this seed, and not... Okay, it's nothing. So there's an Aztecian castle. We're safe quitting out because it's a faster way to go back and do the other side than it is to do the other way. Hi Rigby, how we doing? You were kind of doing some scrubs? You were just, like, running some stuff for free? Oh, boo. I forgot to pick up the coins before going in here. Well, honestly, my GB pace is fine, and... Well, I would have liked to buy it. I'm not going to re-buy it now. You're getting more sub-90s? Nice! I'm not trying to farm for a sub-hour on my own here, but I feel like someone's gonna get sub-1 hour on a scrub seed, because I've already seen a bunch of 105s and stuff. I put up a 107 myself. Like, it's definitely doable. The right seed, the right time, the right player, the right route, you know, all that stuff. I'm gonna go grab these bananas because I'm your Betty Bus streamer for tonight. Let's go. I'm gonna talk through my stuff while I run this. It's a good hint here. Yeah, I already knew that. We've peeked him inside the featherboa cage. So basically, we don't have any hints right now. We have a slam hint. It's really funny. We have a slam hint. We have a key 2 hint that we have resolved. We have a hint that told us where Monkeyport was at the back of Isles, which is resolved. And we peeked Diddy in the cage, and we got that. So all we know is that Diddy's in the cage, and we peeked a key in the Isles shops. That's it. This seed could be a jet. Like, genuinely. Going this way. No, you know what? Let's go inside. I made a little bit of a route change. I was gonna climb up, but I actually realized I kind of want to just grab this. Because again, if I find diving anywhere, I can now just make Tiny's Metal happen by diving. Just a good routing choice. We know we're gonna get Feather at some point too, so it's a little bit of a questionable choice, but I kind of like the ability to be like, what if diving locks Featherbow? And just some other options there. Oh, this guy. CG, 3 points left. It's a good find, CG. We don't hate having it. Certainly, I'm never going to complain about getting CG. Would be nice to get a hint to talk about it, though. Having a point in Helm, but no points in Japes is kind of insane. Anyway, I hope you sleep well, Sky, and I hope you continue to have fun with Donk, because Donk is super fun. It takes some getting to, 100%, but I think a lot of OOT runners just have to exchange their habits. I certainly had to exchange a bunch of OOT habits before I got any good at this game, and then once I did, it was like everything just turned on like a sudden light. It's a lot of checks, yeah, 100%. Ow. I also was by Galleon Lobby Wailer Horde. That was Twirl. Wow. Gross. Should I be checking bosses now? You're in too deep. That's a good thing, though, Rigby. I feel like you're gonna rock it in Season 5. Genuinely. I can easily see you getting into our Season 5 top 32 with some practice and some good stuff. And I mean, I think I'm just gonna, you know, I could see myself struggling to get into top 32 with the amount of people who are coming in. I mean, you could have a couple bad runs and boom, there you go. But also, I'm just trying to improve myself too, so hopefully I get to that point where I'm doing well. Do I climb up? You know, let's climb. Oi, Tiny. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I will say, in 2 years, I have raced Paul in these in the season bracket twice. Paul and I have landed in the same quadrant 2 times, and we are 1-1. I beat him in round 2 winners the year before in season 3, and then this past year he beat me in round 1 winners. But I did outperform him both seasons. I got a better ranking than him. So, you know. Suck it, Paul. No, but that's like the homie. I feel kind of bad actually. Nah, I don't feel bad. He would not want me to feel bad about that. But like, it's very funny to tease Paul. Dude, do I do the boss? I'm gonna pass. Paul's incredible. He's been incredible literally every time I've ever talked to him. At GDQ, he was an incredible dude. Every time I play games with him, he's incredible. I just fucking love that guy. He's so good. It's been such a pleasure to have him in like our little friend group of like people that we have that play games and shit together. So. GMI 4 Tiny. Resolved? Not resolved. Makes me want to go back. Is it inside the other one? Well, it could also just be Pineapple Lock by Chunky. I did one of the inside O-Stand ones. If it's on the Mushroom Slam, I'll get told. I peeked the other one, so there's not a whole lot of inside checks left. And Key 4 is certainly not going to be behind. Well, it's 4 Tiny, so it actually has to be to Mini Monkey and not Feather, because we know Feather gives a Kong. So maybe it is Chicken Legends. Did I roll Chicken Legends seed? Ruh-roh. That would be so funny if I rolled a Chicken Legend Seed. A Chicken Legend Seed that locks Key 4. Because we have 3 guns so far. Yeah, we have to lock all guns. Oh my god. That's crazy. Bruh. Yeah, I mean, that shit can happen. Sometimes, like, in this game, because there's so many checks, you can just, like, accidentally oopsie a fucking check out of your mind. And it sucks. Oh, dude, it so is. It's 100% COL, isn't it? Bro, this is crazy. Anyway, that's Diddy. Get your ass back over here. Thank you. Okay, but that's understandable. In these settings specifically, Spider Boss is like the bane of these settings because it's Giga either or. When they were like, we want to do Dusk. Dusk helps. I'm like, I know Dusk helps, but it makes Spider Boss the literal worst check in the game. And we're like, we just gotta warn people. We just gotta warn everybody. And I got convinced to do Dusk. And like, I think it was the right call in the end, but man, Spider Boss is a nasty, nasty, nasty thing. Holy. Alright. Give me this Kong. And this key. Hopefully I have enough coins. I have 7? That should be enough, right? There's no way this costs 8 or 9. Right? PB's 242? It's a lot better than the PB's at the beginning. You're definitely improving. You're gonna get there, man. I believe it. In. Get in. Key 5, huh? Okay. Sounds good to me. I'm gonna not buy this blueprint. And just remember that there's 2 gold bananas back here. If I ever need it. That was a worst case scenario. But I don't think I will. We are gonna go back to level 1. For a hot second. Oh, oops. Okay. I'll save quit a level when I wanna do the thing. Hints, yes. GBs, no. Like, it really depends. Like, if I'm fully solved, then yeah, I might go for GBs. Like, if it's just like, I have 100% knowledge on everything, I can do everything, let me just go to GBs. Or if I'm like, fully like, oh no, I need GBs before I can get into like, a level door, maybe. But basically, it's just not worth it, right? It's just not, it's not in a good spot. So... Open balloon. Like, GBs situationally, I guess is the way to put that. GBs situationally, hints pretty much always, but in reverse situations. GBs if everything's solved, and thus not hints, I'd probably skip the hints, and then reverse the other direction. If I'm still looking for solves, then I will go in for GBs, go in for hints, and then probably pick up some fast GBs along the way, unless I literally already had 50, and it's like, then I'm just running the hint doors, and at that point, like, not even bothering to do checks. But, like, Chase has a bunch of really quick checks along the way, some really quick, splats and things like that, and it's just like, at that point, probably correct to just do some GBs if you're not at full, but, like, only the really fastest checks possible. We're gonna leave the GMI hint for now. We do also have a twirl thing that we're looking for. Castle, huh? Okay, there's a couple twirl checks here. Galleon, Tiny Metal, Way of the Horde. So, the thing about Galleon, Tiny Metal is, I'm glad I picked up the bananas I was thinking of, because it is important. I knew one of those Tiny Metals was going to be Way of the Horde when I saw this shit. But the problem is, without diving or DK, we can't do anything about it. With DK, we could, right? Like, DK would 100% allow us to do what we need. Because he would put Coconut Gun in, and we would go across and... Ooh, actually, without diving, would he? We start on high water, we would get 15, and we're on 17? No, it doesn't. Oh, I need one more move. Ooh. Well, fortunately, diving is accessible at some point in this seed, in these first 3 levels. So it's not so bad. Castle has 7 things. So I'm pretty well farming at this level too. Factory crate, testing shop, right, and entrance right. Okay, buy Funky then. There's Chunky.
Welcome to bonus stage.
Well, this is a double twirl requirement. The rule of Prod Falls is everybody gets 1. Same with Castle. Just remind yourself. This is less of a, like, hard rule and more of, like, a mentality thing. But the rule is everybody gets 1. Just tell yourself that. Anytime you fall, everybody gets 1. Can I have 3? I don't think you need 3. I think you're pretty good at this game. Chunky for my tiny K. Yeah, okay, game. Thanks, guys. What a... So we're fucking memeing, right? We're saying, haha. Give them the fucking Chunky hint right next to where you get Chunky. Big fucking memes. The PTT minigame in Hellmango. We call that getting 2%ed, Sky. Big 2%ed. There's barrel throwing. Yeah, that'll do it. Tiny potion. Is this peanuts? Chimpy charge. Okay. You know what? I don't trust it not to be double hinted. We're gonna go do the we're gonna go do the twirl thing over here. I don't trust it. We have no hints at all. And yeah, there's some seeds where you're gonna get like a hint for like sprint or twirl and not have any use for it. And you're gonna go, why the fuck do I need these? And it's a potion here. Haha. Get owned, game. Is this shit peanuts? No, it's guitar. Okay. This game can't fucking trick me. I knew this shit. I done been know this shit, you know? I have no idea if that item's required or not, but I'm too smart. If it's needed, I'm too smart. If it's not needed, it's an acceptable bait. I'll take it. It removes points off my board for these settings anyway, so it's all good. wait, this gives us Galleon Tiny Metal. Pineapple gives us Galleon Tiny Metal, I think. Oh no, it's only 15. I would need Donkey too. Ooh. Tiny Temple 1 potion. Well, the good news for you is that this is not a race. I'm just running this seed on my own. I generated myself. So you guys can ask me about any routing questions you want. Like what things you want to do. Like I'm available for answers, you know? Like, you're not gonna accidentally spoil something as we talk about it. So, if you have questions about routing, you're like, oh, I don't know really what the best way to do about it is. It's all Gucci. 100%. You are, like, brand new. You didn't even get the practice in, like, before the season because, that's legal. That was legal. It was fully on the left side of the tower, and I movement snapped it, so we're all good. Does everyone like my shrine? He started really late because he got into Wind Waker, I think like less than a month ago. Like maybe like 2-3 weeks ago? At most? Yeah, like 2-3 weeks ago for sure, right? And you're already at this level. Like, you should definitely give yourself a little bit of a break. That's, like, incredibly new. Llama Temple Foolish. Okay. Tea Temp 1 pot. That's diving. That's almost certainly diving. Haha. Okay, this puts Tiny Metal in logic. Oh, it's not. It's a slam. Ooh. Oh, it doesn't exist. Okay. Oopsie. If... Oh, what the fuck? Oh, right. Haha. I forgot. That's how that works. Oh, DDK rule? DDK rule is fucking annoying until you, like, learn it and stuff. You should see my first DDK rules. I lost out on a Blitz tournament and got 17th place because I died inside DDK rule. No joke. Literal, actual thing that happened to me. It was like the season 2.5 Blitz or something like that. And then someone decided to drop and I got the spot anyway. Yeah, it's hard, man. Shit ain't easy. Yeah, Tiny Phase is really bad until you, like, do toes.txt and then you start memorizing it. And once you start memorizing, it's not so bad, but it can be pretty nasty. Thank you. Yeah, I knew exactly where I wanted to go. I'm not even gonna lie to you. A lot of it is just like knowing kind of like the layout and just sort of mentally guesstimating it, which is so weird to say. Like, genuinely, it's such a weird thing to say, but it is. That's what it is. Face tanking hits doesn't even like cost you anything too, is the funny part, right? Like, genuinely, face tanking hits is fine because the toes have like a delay. So if you get hit by them, their delay is basically turned off, and it's kind of interesting. So it's really just a matter of like what you end up doing. Okay, that one was the Fortani. Dive. I really wanted it to be, Check of Legends, but I kind of figured out when I saw Chunky. Actually, hold on. Oh, I don't have money yet, right. Teehee! Top 32 player, by the way. Teehee! I'm good at this game. This check is a 20-second check. Watch this. Ready? Bam. Over here. Up there. Done. What you need to understand is that the cannonball was really forgiving because the hitbox for the target, it's not based on where the what's the word I'm looking for? The hitbox is not based on where the cannonball lands all the time. It's based on where the explosion is at some times. So... I will probably buy another controller before the Season 5 tournament. But, I swear by a Nintendo Switch Pro controller. If I'm being so honest with you. Like, straight up, genuinely. Under to 8 and Kongs, huh? Is that resolved? It is. What did I get in Castle Underground? I got diving? No, not diving. I got guitar. I got barrels. Ah! Okay. That's a potion. Alright, we're going to Lankies. Under 8 calls. Featherbow was there. And Chunky was just in the underground. Right? So... Slam was up there. Charge was in a shop. So it's barrels or it's guitar. And with spring being hinted, it makes me think probably back in forest with guitar and spring. For like donkey or some shit. But then why 8? Maybe a different guitar check too? Interesting thoughts. Anyway, bongos are here. No idea if those matter. We're just gonna grab all the medals. There's only 1 point left here in, oops. In Galleon. And something... It could be Tiny Temple diving for 4 and Tiny. There is a potion in Tiny Temple, and most of it's locked by diving, so... And spring and guitar can be on different paths, so it's worth checking this. Not that. Okay. Let's go over and check the last hint I have in this level on the other end. And then let's leave this level. Because I can do no more checks here. Unless it's a boss down there, which I might peek at. But I think it's a hint door. Cave shops 8. Cave shops 8. Honestly, it's a gut vibe thing. If I have access to the door and I'm a little suspicious, I might do it. But honestly, they kind of get hinted more often than not. And if I have, like, I'm looking for things, I might look at it. But usually I will skip them in these kind of settings. Oh, well, shit. Oops. Okay. That's a better camera. Okay. Bro, what am I doing? I'm losing my mind. Holy fuck. Hello? Camera? Thank you. Dude. It's still not what I wanted, but... You know what? I'm a little suspicious of Diddy Metal. Oh no, but Grape does it. Too weird. Let's just solve it anyway. And then go to the next level. Okay. Let's go level 4. Right now, we're checking spring, barrels, and guitar checks. Because they're kind of suspicious. And not worth it in that many seconds. It's level 4. This is probably Aztec. It's caves. Oh. Cabins, 8 Diddy Kongs. Okay, so DK's in like a cabin locked behind guitar. And spring. Oh, ew. DK's in upper cabin? That's gross. Alright, makes sense. I think players waste their time checking bosses when bosses are usually going to be hinted. I think I check bosses when barrels are hinted. I check bosses when twirl is hinted if I don't find anything else sometimes. And I check bosses when there's like CB's hints in something that I don't get. And then what is this? Homing? Okay, sure. I check bosses when, there's, like, scouring hints on boss portals, on TNS portals, and that's it. So, like, scouring hints for TNSs, if there's a medals hint for a level that, isn't yet resolved, because I've done all the other medals, if, I'll sometimes do that. It's like a last on the order of checklist things. Like, if it, like, hint and move behind a door thing, it's like, okay, maybe, but there's a lot of things to check, so I'm not gonna waste too much of my time on it if there's other things I need to worry about, right? Galleon chops to 8 tiny Kongs. Mm-hmm. Trombone to 8 makes sense. This one's guitar. Alright, I'm gonna show you guys something. Do you have twirl in caves? Man, an instrument? Alright, well, I guess we're not doing it. But, you know what? Screw it. We'll do it. This banana right here. Come up to top. Kick, gut, bam. You'll grab the ledge. Yeah, basically with those twirl jumps, what you really want to do is kick slide and hit jump immediately, but hold your jump button for a while so you keep getting that aerial. And then hit jump again one last time. And at that point, what will happen is you will, brain catch up, please. Here's Rocket Barrel, as predicted. At that point, you'll retwirl, and you'll have enough height to catch that, one of those ledges. It's the same thing you can do to get on top of Castle Lobby that I did earlier. But you do it here, and it's a really cool trick. Cabin's one potion. Haha! That's a fucking hint that's gonna kill people if they ran this seed. Game, that's not okay. You can't do that to gamers. Oh my god. Okay. Cabin's one potion is Rocket Barrel, but you know what that means? Okay, so. People say Cabin's one potion, right? Well, here's the problem with Cabin's one potion. But only in the oppressed class of people, gamers, but only in the cabins area. Yeah, you're so right. Here's why Cabin's one potion is such a bad fucking hint this seed. You ready for it? There he is. That's why. Look at the rabbity face watching you fly! Whee! Hi, DK. He does keep DK prisoner. We gotta go back to Galleon now. Find key 4. And Mini Monkey. It's diving locked somewhere. So, like, diving checks in the first 4 levels. Could be the boss. Could be just very simply... Like, I think we're gonna find Mini Monkey on this side of things over here. The last potion in Galleon, then we're gonna be taking Mini to some other check in the game. We've also done every single medal in this level already. So we just have to do DK's medal after this. We should grab the last hint door while we're here too. Not this one. It has to be a diving lock check is kind of the crazy part. Alright. You want to know when I'm going to check a boss? Now. Level 2 Galleon, 22 bananas to get in. That's when I check a fucking boss. Underwater. It has to be a diving lock check in the first 4 levels that has Mini Monkey. So... kinda suspicious. Not this one. And it can't be trombone or guitar, is the funny part. It cannot be trombone or guitar. So... so strange. There's nothing in caves. Uh-huh. Castle diving checks. Where it can't be either of what? Oh, because, okay, diving was found inside the Great Mushroom Insides to 4 and Tiny Phase, which is why we know that that key 4 is locked by diving, and we know that Mini Monkey is also therefore in the first 4 levels. But what that also means is that anything that is underwater has to only be the path to 4 and Tiny. Trombone was hinted in cave shops, the path to key 8 only, And Rocket Barrel was hinted in Kevin's area to 8 Diddy and Kongs. So neither of those two can work. And those two are the two most diving locked instrument ones. Fortunately, we have bongos, and bongos could be an answer pretty easily. So we're gonna do bongos quickly here. This is kind of the last check, because I'm thinking about, like, forest diving lock checks and castle diving lock checks, and I'm coming up drawing a blank. Like, it would have to be, like, a mini game I'm not thinking of at this point for it to be that. So, I sort of think it just has to be this. We will see. We will see. I'm like thinking about forest mini games at this point, trying to figure this out. There it is.
Welcome to bonus stage.
Yeah, I mean, obviously when we talked about it, we know that this is also a mini game. But it's diving lock by its own nature, so it's not one of those mini games that is diving that is not diving lock. But it is funny to see diving on the mini game too. Mini monkey? Yeah. Key 4 is in a mini check somewhere. 2 dead levels for it. We only have 3 fairies. Only problem with having 3 fairies is that it could be the fairy reward here. We did see a 4th fairy in a shop somewhere. Okay, golden banana and banana fairy. Yeah, which means, unfortunately, because she gave me a banana fairy, the lady said, "Help! My kidnapped children! Here! One of my kidnapped children! Oh, you have enough of my kidnapped children now? Here, take this!" What the fuck, lady? Lady, what are we doing? Castle has 2 options. Forest has... Here's an example of a kidnapped child. Yeah, exactly. Forest has... Spider Boss? I love that. We do have, for the record, this is available because we do have homing and feather. Yeah, that's it. And the cool thing is we didn't even waste all that much time in those levels because we farmed GBs to the 9. So now all we need to do is just make sure that we push to end a lot more aggressively and don't farm nearly as much in these next few levels. And we're gonna be in a fine spot. Speaking of levels that I don't want to be in, holy shit. Case Helm's Lobby 1 potion. Interesting. Well, Guitar and Rocket Barrel are both in the path to 8, and I don't have an answer for it. And Cave Helm Lobby's 1 potion. So, sure. Come here. My brain's been thinking about this for a second. This is a great answer. This could be like saxophone? In fact, I think this has to be saxophone. Oh no, not saxophone. What is this? Gorilla Gun? Okay. Sure. We're gonna do level 6. Partially because even though there are hints and japes, level 6 is a better check location than the level with 0 points in it. Factory's great, bro. 4 CBs to Diddy phase. Okay. 4 CBs D. That's where peanuts are. So that's answered. Looking for saxophone. And I'm not even gonna do medals in this level. Looking for saxophone, and I'm looking for key 7. And we have a Way of the Horde over here. My current GB total is 35 plus 5, 6, 7, 8. James Williams foolish. Good! Yeah, great hint game. Okay, that's saxophone. Good news, guys. We're gonna get a key 7 hit. It's gonna tell us exactly where to go. And then we're in go mode. Because we know exactly where peanuts are. Actually, Tiny Temple 1 potion's probably just the answer. Oh, wait, no, 1 potion. 1 potion, that's crazy. Hold on. I'm just gonna pursue what we're doing here. Tiny Temple 1 potion. Most of it's all diving locked. I just think I don't care. Is this my first time possibly seeing a seed where I'm gonna get a scouring hint that doesn't do anything? That'd be crazy. So we're at 38 plus 5, 6, 7, 8 is 46. They don't have to go to it. If the seed is otherwise acceptably hinted, scouring hints are not guaranteed to give something important. They're just really likely. If you treat them as something important, you're fine. Pineapple's not going to be on path key 7. It's just going to be somewhere random, bro. 47. Right there. Cool. Wait, I don't care anymore. I'll tell you this much, Sky. Scouring hints, if you treat them that way, you won't go wrong. You won't go wrong very often. The only thing I would say is, it's not like the ultimate correct answer. Exactly. 99% of the time, assuming it's required is the correct choice, and then it's just the 1% of the time you assume it's required, it's going to lead you into a really frustrating goose chase as a result. I think we buy these 2 bananas specifically, and then we go. Because I don't even want to go over to the next shop. I just want to go right back to Forest. I did Tiny's medal there, I did Lanky's medal there, I did Diddy's medal there. So it's either Chunky or Donkey. Those are, or it's the boss, but that's also fine. Like, because we know where the boss portal is, so. Alright. Yeah, as Green Bean said, and that's what I talked about earlier. Almost the entirety of Tiny Temple is on, almost the entirety of Tiny Temple is like underwater. So it would have to be like behind Triangle as well, which is a little bit funky. I actually already did like half of this. So I missed. No. Rip. This probably could have been faster if I wasn't, like, making this kind of a tutorial on the seeds again. If I locked in a little bit harder, maybe this could have been one of those sub-hour seeds. I think I just kind of fucked around doing too many random medals that I would have otherwise skipped in a really competitive seed, just like, you know, talking and things like that. But honestly, this is not a bad time. This is not going to be a bad time at all. Also, Sky, you literally started playing 2 weeks ago, is the only thing I will tell you. Like 2-3 weeks ago. You're already at 240s. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna keep learning and adapting. Like, every time someone shows you something new, you're like, internalizing it, right? It just takes a little bit more time, because I think you learn more by doing than by, like, seeing. So it's just like, the more you do, the more you'll get there. And will you make mistakes? Yeah. Every donker I've ever met makes mistakes. Literally all of them. Like, seriously. It's pretty universal. Oh, God! Green bean, green bean, green bean, green bean. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready, green bean? I just figured it out. I just figured something out. Watch this. I'm gonna go into this fucking helm. I'm gonna complete Tiny's side, right? I'm gonna go over to Lanky's side. And I'm gonna get 2%ed. Right now. Watch. I'm gonna get 2%ed. Then I'm gonna go check where the triangle goddamn is, based on the hint. Also, being on the thing, it can rot there. Bye, Bean. Okay. For some reason, I forgot it was wrong phase. I thought it was Diddy Lanky for some reason. It's Tiny Lanky. Oops. Yep, we knew this was gonna happen because of the hint on 8 to Tiny. We knew this one wasn't gonna 2% us because we needed feather for it. Though I 100% looked at K. Rool. Chunky, put the gun away. Oh yeah, you don't need a gun for that. So why is Feather to 8? Ah, dude. We're getting 2%ed, bro. Ugh. No, no 2%, let's go! Get me out! Why do we need, what Feather to 8? Huh? I'm trying to figure out why Feather's to 8 right now. Which I shouldn't be doing while I'm, like, doing a really stupid slot machine minigame, but... Oh, yeah, it's a guitar. Guitar was behind, Feather in the Tiny Twirl Underground, that's why. Yeah, and then guitar is needed for key 8 for Gone. Alright, that'll do it. Alright, we good. Also, Ponytail Twirl was only hinted away at the Horde this seed and gave you Chunky, and I, being the paranoid one, did the other one in there, and got guitar and said, even if it doesn't matter, I'm still gonna be, super happy with myself. And then we got an underground hint that matched it, and I was like, let's go. Yeah, I can tell. Delete it from the face of the earth? Oh man. Where was Hammer? Gross. Lights off validation chest in tower? What the fuck? Also, Green Beam, I know that's the name, but I need to tell you that it is so eternally giga weird hearing you call it validation chest, because I don't know you as like an oot runner, like where people would call it that all the time. So it's like this weird like 6 steps to Kevin Bacon thing going on. Does that make sense, you know? Like it shouldn't be weird, but it's a little weird hearing you specifically call it. Yeah. Exactly, right? So it's not like strange or anything, and you're not wrong for doing it. It's just weird in my brain. It's like, that's not an oot runner. What why is he saying these words? But of course we learned it from watching you, Dad, you know. He's a good wholesome donkrat. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Green Bean, do you want to run a co-op sometime of Oot MM? I know on Sunday we're already doing the thing, but do you want to run like an actual, like, straight up co-op seed? Hell yeah. I do it with, like, everyone else, and I should also do it with you. Alright, coming from GG's here. And GG. Probably split a little bit late there, but that's okay. Alrighty. Not a bad seed at all. Could I have gone a lot faster? Yeah, probably. But I feel good about my endgame solve. I feel good about the manner in which I approached it. I never touched the 5-point Aztec this seed, which is pretty fucking impressive, actually. I never entered Japes or Aztec this seed. I went into level 5 Japes after getting key 4, which was really the sticking point of this seed, and got the hint to say, hey, Cave's Helm Lobby, and I went, oh, well, the only potion left in Cave's Helm, check left in Cave's Helm Lobby that's not actually Helm would be, you know, the one that, is in Caves that, like, overlaps with the RBB and guitar to 8 hints that I don't have answered yet. So let's just go there and probably find an 8 potion. And oh, we did. Look at that. And then we just ran the factory and finished the seed. Literally with one way of the horde and then just stumbled on the key 7 before we even found the hint for key 7. We should go through... Hold on. Before I end this stream, because, you know, I am going to probably end this stream after this. We should go through and check what the other checks in Solving Donkdo. Wait a minute. Hold the fucking phone. Wait a goddamn second.
Okay.
Hold on. Buoyant randomizer, killing speed running, Solving Donkdo. Solving Donkdo? Huh? Bro, what? My game made it in there? Yo! Wait, that's sick. Wait, that's so cool. Like, big credit to Umed for doing a lot of the coding work there. It's not just my game, but my game made it in there. Hell yeah! I fucking love Donkdil, dude. Okay, alright, let's go explore the hints quickly. That's really sick, actually. Alright. There's some hints still left in... I didn't roll a... Did I roll a Sporo log for this? Oh, I totally did. I can just check the hints here. Okay. Wrinkly hints for Japes. Isles, Diddy, Guitar Pad, Way of the Horde. Yep. Something on main isle to key 6 in the dirt on Training Grounds, Banana Horde. Cave's Helm, Lobby's 1 potion. Factory Kasplat, Pole to Arcade, Way of the Horde. So there was a direct hint for key 7. You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna... Instead of just reading these out, I'm gonna show you guys. So, one second. Let's just kill emulation. And then use this to grab this. Boom. Okay. So, this one hint's gone. This one hints key 6 if you don't have it yet. This one hints key 7 if you don't have it yet. Sure. Aztec ones. 2 different hints for key 6. You got it. Featherbow gets a second hint. Hey. In level 7, a direct hint to tell you which check to do for key 4's mini monkey. Cool. There's your donkey hint in level 7 behind a logically accessible key 5 that you could go to and then come back to get donkey without getting stuck. So again, like what I was talking about earlier today, that's a whole thing. And there's the bongos on Lanky Two-Door ship that was also hinted too. So Aztec hints, if you get stuck this seed after getting key 5 in a pretty reasonable location on Isle's shop, you can just go to Aztec for hints and push those hints and get told what you need to do for the back half of the seed, right? Like, that's actually a strong thing you can do. Factory. Surroundings to 4 tells you where key 4 is. Good hint. Again, part of that pushing forward for hints thing. Pineapple hint you see. Forest CB's hint that saves you for the thing that's cool. And then some pretty bad hints here. We saw all of Galleon's hints. We didn't see one of the hints in Fungi. It was this one right here. Storage and Arcade, Path to Key 7. So when I went back into, if I went back into Fungi and I hadn't found Key 7 yet, it would have told me where to go find it. So that, again, good hint there. We have all the caves hints. And we have all the castle hints. So, honestly, the hints we didn't read this seed were, like, totally fine. Like, straight up totally fine. And, like, really helpful. And honestly, you might go faster this seed if you just go to those levels instead of chasing key 4 for a while and get the key 4 hints you need and then come back. Like, you're probably better off for that. But we didn't waste that much time, and we got some GBs, and then we had all those GBs to quickly, bam. Like, as soon as we finished our key 4 find, we went up to Jape's lobby, got a hint there, turned right around, got Gorilla Gone, went right into Factory, did a couple of buyouts and shops, got bam bam what we needed, ran right back to Forest, got the thing, and we were done. So it's just a matter of GB pacing at that point and whether there were faster GBs to get. And I guess there are if you go the other direction, but it's not like guaranteed and you're kind of like switching levels at that point. I overall think that like it's not a terrible pace we went at. Maybe we do a few less slow checks and we're better off for it. But yeah, I think it's a perfectly fine way to go on the seed there. All right, I'm going to give one last scroll through these hints so that everyone can see all the hints this seed for your own solving purposes. You can pause any moment here to see that. The seed is going to be in the description to this video and in the Scrub server. You should go play it yourself. Obviously, if you're watching this now, there's less value because you should play it before watching this. But if you are watching all the way through and then you hear this and do it, it's fine to go play it and just like pace yourself. Like you should watch what I do what I did, and like match your pace and see like what lost you time. Like literally like follow my exact path, do what I did, and see what your time looks like. Because then you can know where to like make mechanical like upgrades and stuff in your stuff. That's not a terrible way to go about this. So, you know, that's a real valuable way. I used to do that. I would watch Connor75 and Riley and people play these seeds, and then I would play the seed that I just watched them play and follow their exact steps and see what I was mechanically doing wrong or what I was doing like differently to them. And it helped. It helped a ton with my mechanics. And while mechanics are not the be all end of the game, being able to like at least passably like keep up is a big part of it for sure. And for people who want to learn more about this game, go to dk64randomizer.com, go to discord.dk64randomizer.com, and discord.dk64randomizer.com. That's DK64. And yeah, have a good time. Enjoy this wonderful randomizer of a game. You guys are awesome.